This is the Chinese megaproject that proves America is 100 years behind. While American politicians debate infrastructure bills for decades, China completed this project in just 5 years. And it's so advanced that Western engineers are still trying to understand how they did it. The technology involved doesn't just surpass anything America has built. It makes American infrastructure look like it belongs in a museum. 10. Beijing Daxing International Airport, $17.5 billion. Built for $17.5 billion in a blistering 4 years, isn't just the world's largest. It's a futuristic hub that redefines air travel. Spanning 700,000 square meters, its starfish-shaped terminal, designed by Zaha Hadid, handles 100 million passengers yearly, visible from space. Travelers zip from security to any gate in under 8 minutes, thanks to a layout that Western airports can only dream of copying. Artificial intelligence runs the show, orchestrating baggage with 99.9% accuracy via RFID chips and streamlining air traffic control with eerie precision. This isn't an airport, it's a self-contained metropolis. The airport's tech is straight out of sci-fi. Facial recognition eliminates paperwork, letting passengers breeze through with a glance, while automated systems track luggage in real time across miles of conveyors. Solar farms and rainwater recycling slash energy use by 40% compared to traditional airports, setting a green standard Europe and America can't match. Underground maglev trains connect terminals faster than most city subways, moving thousands seamlessly. Over 40,000 workers poured concrete non-stop for months, using materials from across China to build foundations that support millions of tons without a hiccup. Western aviation chiefs touring Daxing in 2019 were floored, admitting their designs won't hit this level for decades, if ever. The airport's environmental systems process wastewater and generate renewable energy, operating like a living organism across millions of square feet. Its climate control keeps perfect conditions, even during Beijing's brutal winters, using AI-driven sensors that adapt in real time. European engineers left with notebooks full, stunned by a facility that doubles as a city, complete with emergency infrastructure to operate independently during crises. Daxing's opening sent shockwaves through global aviation, forcing Western firms to rethink airport design from the ground up. The project's speed, 4 years from blueprint to operation, highlighted China's ability to coordinate resources at a scale democratic systems can't touch. While U.S. airports struggle with delays and outdated tech, Daxing's efficiency makes them look like relics. This isn't just a travel hub, it's a bold statement that China's playing in a league of its own, leaving the West scrambling to catch up. Qinghai-Tibet Railway, $25 billion. The $25 billion Qinghai-Tibet Railway is an engineering miracle, conquering the world's highest plateau at 16,640 feet, where oxygen is scarce and temperatures plummet to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Stretching 1,200 miles, it links Tibet to China's heartland, slashing travel from days to hours. Pressurized cabins like those in jets pump oxygen to keep passengers conscious, while thermosiphons, ingenious power-free cooling systems, stabilize permafrost under tracks that shift unpredictably. Western engineers once called this impossible. China made it real in 5 years. Construction was a saga of human endurance. Workers battled altitude sickness, hauling equipment via helicopters to remote gorges, where bridges span city-block distances. Over 50,000 laborers worked in shifts to avoid health risks, building tracks across terrain that freezes and thaws chaotically. Medical stations along the route, equipped like hospitals, handle altitude-related emergencies, ensuring safety standards that top global aviation norms. The railway's completion in 2006 transformed Tibet's economy, opening it to trade and tourism like never before. Western rail experts visiting the line admitted their countries lack the logistics to pull this off. The tracks use materials that withstand extreme cold, with maintenance systems operating in conditions that would cripple lesser infrastructure. China's government coordinated military logistics, private firms, and local workers with precision democratic systems can't replicate. The railway's bridges, some over 1,000 feet long, were built in months-long weather windows, a feat that left European engineers speechless. The Qinghai-Tibet Railway isn't just a transport link, it's a lifeline that rewrote Tibet's place in the world. Its oxygen systems let passengers enjoy scenic views without fainting, while onboard tech monitors health in real time. Western analysts called it a masterclass in overcoming nature's harshest challenges, admitting their rail systems look prehistoric by comparison. China didn't just build a railway, it conquered a plateau that nature designed to be untouchable, proving its engineering prowess is unmatched. Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, $20 billion. The $20 billion Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge isn't just a 34-mile crossing. It's a mind-bending network of bridges, tunnels, and artificial islands, uniting three regions with different laws and currencies. Its 4.2-mile underwater tunnel lets massive ships pass above while vehicles flow below, using seabed excavation techniques no other nation dared try. Built to withstand 200-mile-per-hour typhoons and magnitude 8.0 earthquakes, its 120-year design life dwarfs global bridge standards. This is engineering on a scale that humbles the West. Construction unified workers from Hong Kong, Macau, and mainland China, using AI-driven traffic systems and sensors that monitor structural health in real time. Two artificial islands, each the size of a small town, were created to house tunnel entrances, built with techniques that turned open sea into solid ground. Environmental measures like marine life protection and air quality monitoring exceeded international norms, showing China's knack for blending scale with sustainability. The project's completion in 2018 left Western engineers stunned by its speed and precision. The bridge's coordination across three governments was a diplomatic and technical triumph, something democratic systems rarely achieve. Workers used translation systems and shared standards to align efforts, finishing on schedule despite political complexities. Helicopter platforms and medical facilities ensure emergency readiness, while the bridge's design handles 300,000-ton ship collisions without flinching. Western analysts admitted their countries couldn't match this level of cross-border collaboration or engineering audacity. This bridge doesn't just connect cities, it redefines infrastructure's potential. Its AI optimizes traffic flow, cutting commute times across the Pearl River Delta from hours to minutes. European bridge builders, touring the site, called it a wake-up call, with designs decades ahead of their own. The project's durability and tech make it a global benchmark, proving China can tackle challenges that leave the West in awe. It's not just a bridge, it's a statement of supremacy. 7. Three Gorges Dam, $30 billion. The $30 billion Three Gorges Dam doesn't just generate 22,500 megawatts, enough to power entire nations. It controls the Yangtze River, creating a reservoir so massive it nudged Earth's rotation. Its flood control protects millions from annual disasters, while spillways manage river-sized water volumes without downstream erosion. Relocating over 1 million people and rebuilding entire cities, China reshaped human geography with surgical precision. This isn't a dam, it's a force of nature tamed. Construction poured concrete for a decade, using materials for multiple skyscrapers, while fish ladders and sediment systems protect ecosystems. Over 20,000 workers toiled in coordinated shifts, building a structure that withstands earthquakes and floods that would crush lesser dams. The dam's shipping locks, handling 10,000-ton vessels, slashed transport costs, opening China's interior to global trade. Western engineers studying the project admitted democratic gridlock makes this scale unachievable in their countries. The dam's environmental systems monitor water quality and manage sediment to preserve the Yangtze's ecosystem, setting global standards for sustainable megaprojects. Its power output supplies hundreds of millions, stabilizing China's grid while cutting reliance on coal. European analysts called it a logistical miracle, with planning that spanned decades, something election cycles in the West disrupt. The dam's completion in 2006 transformed regional economies, proving China's ability to execute at a scale others can't fathom. Western observers were left speechless by the dam's ambition. The relocation effort alone, building new cities for 1 million people, showed organizational prowess beyond Western capabilities. The dam's turbines, each a technological marvel, generate power with efficiency that dwarfs U.S. hydropower. This project isn't just about electricity. It's a bold declaration that China can reshape nature and society, leaving the West scrambling to keep up. 6. South to North Water Transfer Project, $79 billion. The $79 billion South to North Water Transfer Project is humanity's largest water engineering feat, moving 14.8 billion cubic meters yearly across 2,800 miles to turn northern deserts into fertile lands. 3 canal systems cross mountains, rivers, and cities, using aqueducts and tunnels adapted from subway tech. Water treatment plants ensure drinking quality, surpassing natural rivers, while AI monitors ecosystem health across climate zones. This project didn't just move water, it rewrote China's geography. Construction unified 15 provinces, coordinating millions of workers and billions in resources over decades, something Western democracies struggle to match. Tunnels bored through rock formations maintain water flow across terrain that shifts with seasons. Treatment facilities add minerals and remove pollutants, delivering water cleaner than its source. The project's scale, completed in phases by 2014, stunned Western hydrologists who admitted their nations lacked the political will for such ambition. The project transformed northern China, boosting agriculture to feed millions and securing urban water supplies in cities once plagued by shortages. Its canals, some wider than rivers, support irrigation for vast farmlands, reducing reliance on erratic rainfall. European water experts called it a game changer, noting their systems can't handle such distances or volumes. China's centralized planning made this possible, executing with a precision that leaves decentralized governments in the dust. Environmental monitoring ensures no harm to source regions, with real-time data guiding water flow to balance ecosystems. The project's economic ripple turned arid regions into agricultural powerhouses, supporting China's food security. Western analysts studying the canals admitted their infrastructure can't compete with this scale of vision. This isn't just water transfer, it's China proving it can reshape a continent's destiny while the West watches in awe. China's high-speed rail network, $300 billion. China's $300 billion high-speed rail network, spanning 25,000 miles, makes flying between cities pointless, connecting 1.4 billion people at 200 miles per hour. Tracks aligned to millimeter precision cross mountains, rivers, and cities, using aerospace tech to adapt to weather. Stations process more passengers hourly than most airports do daily, with AI optimizing routes in real time for weather and demand. This isn't just rail, it's a revolution in how a nation moves. Built in 2 decades, it dwarfs the world's rail systems combined. Over 100,000 workers laid tracks through tunnels longer than subways and bridges spanning rivers wider than city blocks. Stations offer amenities rivaling airports, with crowd control systems preventing delays. Western rail experts admitted their networks look prehistoric, unable to match China's speed or scale. The network's completion by 2020 reshaped urban life, turning remote cities into commuter hubs. The rail's economic impact created development corridors, spreading wealth from megacities to smaller towns. Elevated tracks minimize noise, letting passengers work comfortably at highway-defying speeds. European engineers riding the trains were stunned by schedules precise to seconds across thousands of miles. China's investment in AI-driven logistics ensures trains run like clockwork, a feat democratic systems can't replicate due to bureaucratic lag. Western observers called it a wake-up call, noting their rail projects take decades longer and cost more. The network's tech, like self-adjusting tracks, ensures smooth rides in any condition, while stations double as commercial hubs. This project didn't just connect cities, it redefined China's economic geography, making the U.S.'s aging Amtrak look like a museum piece. China's rail proves it's not just catching up, it's lapping the West. Tianwen Mars Mission and Space Station, $50 billion. China's $50 billion space program, including the Tianwen Mars mission and Tiangong Space Station, isn't just exploration, it's a bid to own the cosmos. Tianwen landed a rover on Mars in 2021, making China the second nation to do so, while Tiangong supports zero-gravity manufacturing impossible on Earth. Independent of Western tech, China's propulsion, navigation, and life support systems rival NASA's, with lunar missions targeting resource extraction. This is about controlling future wealth beyond our planet. Tiangong's experiments produce materials for industries, from semiconductors to pharmaceuticals, that can't be made under gravity. Over 10,000 engineers develop systems free of Western reliance, with satellite networks offering GPS-free navigation for military and economic autonomy. Western space agencies admitted China's pace, building Tiangong in years, outstrips their decades-long timelines. Lunar sample missions in 2020 brought back materials that could unlock solar system secrets, giving China a head start in space mining. The program's tech translates to Earth, enhancing mining, manufacturing, and environmental monitoring. China's rockets, built with homegrown alloys, withstand conditions that ground Western launches. European astronauts visiting Tiangong called it a leap forward, noting their station's lag in automation and scale. The program's military applications, like surveillance satellites, ensure China's infrastructure can't be disrupted, a strategic edge the West lacks. Western analysts warn that China's space lead could redefine global economics if it taps asteroid resources first. The program's rapid progress, driven by centralized funding, contrasts with U.S. budget battles. Tiangong's modular design allows expansion for permanent human presence, a goal NASA's still chasing. This isn't just space exploration. It's China positioning itself as the gatekeeper of cosmic resources, leaving the West light years behind. Belt and Road Initiative, $1 trillion. The $1 trillion Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, spans 70 countries, rebuilding global trade with Chinese rules. Railways and ports cut shipping from weeks to days, bypassing Western-controlled sea routes like the Suez Canal. Financing creates debt dependencies, giving China control over strategic assets like ports when nations can't pay. Chinese tech and standards lock in decades of influence, making BRI a masterclass in economic strategy. Over 10,000 projects, from African highways to European rail lines, use Chinese equipment and standards, ensuring long-term reliance. Ports like Sri Lanka's Hambantota, now leased to China, show how BRI secures strategic footholds. Western analysts called it economic colonization disguised as aid, admitting the U.S. lacks a counter. Environmental standards like wildlife protections exceed local norms, building goodwill while cementing China's influence. BRI's railways, like the China-Europe freight line, move goods faster than ships, reshaping global supply chains. Over 1 million workers built infrastructure under unified standards, a feat democratic systems can't match due to political fragmentation. European leaders inspecting BRI projects admitted their trade networks can't compete. China's financing model, offering loans with strings attached, ensures control over critical infrastructure for decades. The initiative's scale dwarfs historical projects like the Marshall Plan, with China investing in regions the West ignored. BRI's tech transfer requirements mean countries adopt Chinese systems, from 5G to rail gauges, sidelining Western alternatives. U.S. strategists warn that BRI's influence could dictate global commerce for a century. This isn't just infrastructure, it's China rewriting the world's economic map while the West watches helplessly. 1. East Tokamak, $15 billion. China's $15 billion East Tokamak, an artificial sun, generates 100 million degrees Celsius fusion reactions, hotter than the sun's core, sustaining plasma for minutes with magnetic fields 160,000 times Earth's strength. Built in years, it uses superconducting magnets cooled to near absolute zero, meters from stellar heat, with precision Western projects can't match. If China cracks commercial fusion, it could obsolete oil, gas, and renewables, reshaping global economics. This isn't a reactor, it's a ticket to unlimited energy. Over 5,000 engineers develop materials and systems to contain plasma that would vaporize anything it touches. Components, built to tolerances of fractions of millimeters, operate under conditions spacecraft can't endure. Western fusion researchers, visiting East, admitted it breaks records for plasma temperature and containment their programs can't touch. The US's ITER project, lagging by years, can't match East's pace or breakthroughs. Construction required power supplies for entire cities and cooling systems colder than outer space, all synchronized without error. China's centralized funding drove progress, unlike Western projects stalled by budget fights. European scientists called East a generational leap, noting their facilities struggle with funding and tech limits. If successful, East could power nations at near zero cost, giving China unmatched geopolitical leverage. The global stakes are staggering. Fusion could end energy scarcity, and China's lead puts it in pole position. Western analysts warn that East's success could make their energy grids obsolete, with U.S. infrastructure looking like a museum piece. The project's ambition, solving problems no one else dared, shows China's engineering is a century ahead. This isn't just science, it's China rewriting humanity's energy future while the West plays catch-up. That's the lineup shaking the world. From space-bound airports to star-powered reactors, China's megaprojects prove it's not just ahead, it's in a different universe. Check out more on these game changers in our channel.